Hi. Well, today I'd like to talk about a really sensitive subject, and that's jealousy, envy, all the little bit of emotions that come along with being human. And from my understanding, it's a natural tendency. Jealousy, envy, anger is very natural to the human psyche. And if we deny all those things, we're denying ourselves. And why deny ourselves? Why deny ourselves of the feelings that we have that comes along with those emotions? Well, from my experience on this, after the elevator ride, the lights, the love, the um, extreme spiritual awakening phenomena, I have gone through all those emotions and then some not long after that, and still going through them. I mean, because I am human and we all are human, and we have to find a way to embrace those emotions. And the reason why I'm saying that, because that's part of the awakening process. If we deny ourselves of our jealousy feelings or our envy feelings, that is natural to the human psyche, we're denying being who we are. And that's not part of the awakening. The awakening is awakening up to everything that we are with love. We have to find a way to love ourselves for who we are. And you meet people who say, "Oh, she's jealous of me. Oh, he envies me. I got to stay away from them." Well, the more you do that, the more it's going to come at you, because the more we resist, the more it persists. The best way I could say is to get off the high horse. We got to get off that high horse thinking that we all are so sane and so normal, and we are secure and confident. Now, in a lot of things, we are very confident at. And there's maybe a lot of things that we are not confident at. But that's okay. It's okay to be not confident. It's okay to have some jealousy. I mean, sometimes you should. It's okay to have a lot of jealousy. But how do we face that? How do we embrace that feeling of jealousy and envy within ourselves? And sometimes you see people who prey on people who are jealous, because they are, in a sense, jealous too. How can you have the both worlds? One is confident, extremely confident, and then you have somebody else in the same room who is extremely jealous. I mean, actually, I don't believe that works. Each person has to have a tinge of jealousy within them in order for another person to be around to be jealous of. And unless there's people who claim to be confident, has a tendency to prey or to prey on people who are not confident. And that's also another form of insecurity. But the best way we can get through that is to embrace the emotion itself. We can get angry because of what somebody did or said, and find a way to figure out what it is that we are lacking. Because most of the jealousy, envy, fear comes from lack. And I noticed in my childhood, there's a lot of people around me who lived in lack. All they talked about is broke. All they talked about is I don't have. And then you get around somebody who has, then you don't understand, well, what's the haves mean, when I've always been going through the have-nots. And the haves look pretty good to me. So why not have it? And why not do this for myself? But the only way we can get through it is to first embrace the emotion of the jealousy, of the envy, and just say it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with a little bit of envy, because that'll motivate me to do something about it. I'm okay with a little bit of jealousy because I could do something about it. I can be angry for a minute, and it's okay to be angry as long as we don't hurt somebody. Because once we come out of ourselves and go out and physically try to harm someone because of our tendencies, that tends to push the feelings back down, just like hitting that mole. Every time we focus on that mole, we hit it, and then it buries itself. But when we just embrace and we express ourselves in a conscious manner to say, hey, I feel that hurt me. I feel that, yeah, you have that, but I feel like you're pushing it in my face for some reason. Or I feel, you don't necessarily have to talk to that person, period. You could talk to that person, you could discuss it with that person, and hopefully they're open enough to embrace it. But I noticed that anytime I would try to talk to somebody, anyone about it, if I felt that way, most of the time I get defensiveness. And defensiveness is another form of emotion, another form of envy, jealousy, fear. Well, mostly fear for defensiveness. But we all have it, and we all are going through a process. And in that process, the best thing to do is to embrace, love yourself. Love yourself. Maybe that jealousy and that envy that you have within you is something trying to tell you something, that you're more powerful than you could ever possibly imagine. And maybe, perhaps, it's teaching you how to love yourself. And go inside of it. See what it's saying. I know people don't have time to do that. Go inside of jealousy, envy, fear, anger, depression. Sometimes depression, go inside of it. I was depressed. The only best way I could do is go inside and be with it. Like a blanket for a little while when I got home from work. And enjoyed everything else in between as much as I possibly could. But the only way, to me, from my experience, is learn to love everything that we are, that you are. Because you are. I am. And what else do we have but besides ourselves? All right. Well, on that note, yeah, and talking about fear, wow, this is the most challenging thing that I have ever done, is get on the internet, on YouTube. But something is telling me to tell my story, and that's why I'm here. And on that note, again, check out my Facebook page, The Spiritual Archer. Check out my ebook coming out soon, Stranger on the Elevator. It's more detail of the experience I had on the elevator in 2012. I like to hear some comments and some likes, dislikes. I don't know. I did hear about this one guy. He said that the internet is so honest and straightforward of what people are talking about, that they are raw in their comments. Well, I'm kind of looking forward to it a little bit. At least somebody's responding, but I appreciate anyone who's stopping by, listening, and maybe they'll get something out of it. My purpose is to help people navigate this through the spiritual awakening process, and my ebook coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that. I'm almost, I'll be more motivated to complete it the more interest I get into the book. And I appreciate it again. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Donna L. Hallman, and I look forward to seeing you. Today is July 25th already, and summer is about halfway there. So, and on that note, namaste. Thank you so much. See ya.